Hello and welcome to this new video from Olfert&Co. In one of the last videos, we already presented the Mark II to you. And now we want to take a detailed look at the Garmin Mark II Golfer. Truly a very strong model, both visually and technically. So I would say let's take a closer look at the watch in the next few minutes and discuss its features. What makes this model so special? And let's take a detailed look at the watch. If you want to continue supporting us, you know it, feel free to leave a like for the video and subscribe to the channel. But now I would say, let's first take a look at the beautiful one, Garmin Mark II, Golfer in detail. Enjoy? So, in front of us, we now see the packaging of the Garmin Mark II Golfer. As mentioned, it is a demo model. It might be that, yes, the box might change or something similar, but I don't expect that to happen. But don't be surprised if there are any signs of use or similar. As mentioned, it is a demo. In my opinion, there's no need to change anything about the box. It is wonderfully done. With the Garmin logo on the front, we can lift it up here for a moment, and this thing is really heavy. There's some real weight in it. Nicely made of metal with a plastic lid and Garmin logo, so it's a really great box. And what's important is what's hidden inside, and here we have it, the Garmin MARQ Golfer in its second generation. At first glance, it looks very similar to the first version. We have here below, we still have the great attachments for the clubs, meaning for those who really want to play golf intensively with it, they can screw these, I'll call them nubs, onto the back of the club. They connect with the Garmin MARQ. And then you can get more detailed information about the shot distance, the force, and so on with integrate into your game and then analyze. Let's first see what else I can connect here, loose, and let's take a look inside. The package contents, the new charger. I'll gladly show you that in a moment, and additionally a nice new silicone band fitting in green. We'll take a look at that together in a moment as well. But now I would say, let's first take a look at the golfers. So here we have the masterpiece, and this time also without the film. And what do we notice first? Of course, the new display, because with the new Mark II generation, we finally have an improved display, namely the AMOLED technology. AMOLED, super comfortable, very bright, energy saving, and in terms of color, I hope you can immediately see the difference. Incredibly sharp and beautifully done. So what one might have criticized before with the Mark for its rather colorless display, that is a thing of the past. This part here is like a smartphone display and is pleasing, and what has changed beyond that? At least with the display, it's not just the fact that we have AMOLED, but now also touch. That means we can easily swipe through with our finger, click on menu items, bring up information, and go back again. So everything we can do with the buttons, we can also do very conveniently. Now control it via touch. Also a huge advantage compared to the predecessor. And this here in this, let's say, packaging, because the watch is superbly crafted. We have a titanium case in 46mm, now also titanium grade 5, so a very high quality alloy of titanium that appears incredibly premium, down to the finest detail. We have sapphire glass on the front, also super robust, and additionally also a ceramic bezel, which is accordingly very scratch resistant. You really have to apply force for anything to happen to it. So incredibly high quality craftsmanship, great components, and all of this in such a small case. We also have multi-band GPS, meaning multi-frequency reception from standard satellite systems with set-IQ technology. This means the satellite reception is seemingly 1,000,000 times better than its predecessor. You go outside, start an activity, and you're already connected to the GPS. By now, it even works indoors. That's a really great feature, so there's really nothing to complain about. I can just show you briefly on the map here. It really looks very, very stylish. Also with the screen. great sharpness. So that's pleasing to the eye. And we are actually at the location shown on the map without being outdoors. Furthermore, everything regarding the internal components has been improved. We have a significantly better and more precise heart rate recording. This means the sensor has been improved considerably and is now much more accurate. We have an excellent battery life, up to 16 days in smartwatch mode. So if you use it normally, you can get up to 16 days. We can see it here as well. We have 15 days of battery remaining. And if we use the GPS, we can get up to 42 hours. This means if I now run a marathon, it's no problem. Even an Ironman is possible, and all the time with GPS, so 42 hours. That's incredible. Then it needs to be charged again. The power outlet, and power outlet is a good keyword, because we have a really great improvement compared to the predecessor. Maybe some of you remember. In the first generation, there was a charging clamp that had to be hooked onto the front and back of the display. That's a thing of the past. Unfortunately so, because now we have this little nub, a magnetic charger. It just needs to be brought close. It attaches itself, is magnetic, and you can see it again. It simply attaches itself and stays firmly in place. The charging speed has also become significantly better, so in half an hour you can get a decent amount of juice in. We have now had the opportunity to try out the watch a few times. We liked it very much. They are incredibly comfortable to wear. Good. We also see that the watch has slimmed down a bit. That means the bezel has become a bit narrower. The display is now 1.2 inches or 30.4 millimeters. Also appropriately sleek, nice size. And the quality of the buttons is also great. Now the start-stop button for the sports function has a slight crown guard. Here, again, it's indicated that it is protected, and also on this side, the brand lettering is present. In terms of craftsmanship and quality, it's incredibly good, very pleasing. Price-wise, the whole thing has been adjusted a bit compared to the first generation. We are now at 2,350 euros. But I think in relation to the improvements, that's definitely reasonable. We can hear, compared to other smartwatches, we can actually replace individual parts. This means the watch is incredibly durable. I think you also noticed this with the first generation of the MARQ. If there was ever an issue, you can replace the battery even after the warranty period. You can replace the bezel and so on. Unfortunately, this is not possible with the Phoenix or other models, but with the MARQ, and the MARQ will continue to receive updates in the future. The new updates mean it is always up to date. Everything that is possible software-wise will be available for the MARQ, ensuring its extreme durability. What is also worth highlighting is the quick release system, the quick fit system for the bands, which can be easily detached. And as we saw earlier in the package contents, there was a stylish silicone band. In addition to that, this means for everyone who might want to go a bit more into the water, or maybe not, the nylon band for the tension. If you really want to use it, then simply attach the silicone band, and I already have the watch in a different look. Of course, you can also purchase other variants later on, but I think that's really a cool combination that gives the watch a different charm and is also super high quality, very pleasant compared to the predecessor. The silicone has also improved significantly, but now I would say let's just take another look at the watch's dimensions. And we come to 46.1 minutes in diameter. The case height with the sensor is 16.5 millimeters. And without the sensor, because it disappears into the back of the hand, we are at 14.9 millimeters. And here the lug-to-lug distance is 53.4 millimeters. And in that context, I would say, let's take another look at the weight of the Golfer here. And we come to only 87.23 g, so that's really nothing. Now, you can see the model once again on my wrist. As always, 18 to 18.5 centimeters. And here again, the simulation with the golf badges. That's really cool. The graphics are superbly done, and the watch is simply one of the most beautiful versions with the green, super high quality, wears very comfortably, very pleasantly light. I also like this jacquard woven band. It wears very nicely and is also very durable. So I'm curious about what you think of the cause. Let us know. Is the Garmin MARQ something for you, or are you completely out of it? And if so, which model would you prefer? Feel free to let us know in the comments. We are very excited. So unfortunately, we are already at the end of our video about the Garmin MARQ 2 Golfers. We hope, of course, that the video, and especially the beautiful Garmin MARQ 2 Golfer, have pleased you. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to let us know in the comments. And otherwise, feel free to leave a like and a subscription for the video or for the channel. Then you won't miss any more videos. And with that, I would say we'll see each other next time. Take care. Bye.